Well, here's our stock in focus, and I think this is going to be a great example. Here is Intuitive Surgical. This was one that we brought to our members here, and we shorted right into this range right in here. Okay, and then you see very shortly after, you see Goldman Sachs does a recommendation, and then within 4 days you see a drop from $580 a share down to I think $490. So it's like almost a 100-point drop in the stock right after a recommendation. And then you see the move back, and I think this was when they had Cantor Fitzgerald or another brokerage house. I'm thinking it's Cantor Fitzgerald, if my memory serves me, which is, as I get older, I'm losing some of that, so you're going to have to bear with that. But anyway, that's where their recommendation was, brought the stock back up here, but you could see again it continues lower and then drops from their range about 80 points from there. So I think this is a great example of just all you have to do is do good charting and really let the chart dictate what you believe the stock will do, because you need to live and die by your recommendations, and it doesn't hurt to have somebody kind of show you some chart tactics like we do. We try to help teach those that are looking. So that's, I think, a big value. But when somebody does a buy recommendation, they're looking at it for whatever their growth is and whatever their validations are. Not to speak bad of them, but this is a perfect example. They have their priorities, and you need to have your priorities. And, for them, you got to remember, too, that there's other people that need to get out of stocks. They need to get out of these positions, and they can't get out of those positions when other people are selling them, because they start to lose it, especially if you have millions and millions of shares trading. You certainly don't want to say, well, this is a sell recommendation, by the way, and we are selling. And now I'm not implying here that Cantor Fitzgerald or Goldman Sachs are doing that kind of a scenario, but to me it only makes sense as if you are a money manager, that you need to eventually exit positions. So that being said, here you could see dramatic move. Now if you look at the chart, now on the daily it kind of looks, hey, we got some sideways action. You see the gap up here, it looks bullish, but it runs sideways, and you see a big corrective move. What do we really have here? And I think the best way to really show you that is, as I always say, for those that watch this segment, probably already know the answer, go longer to see what's going on. You have to go further out to really get a good picture of what sometimes when things look muddy. Here's a perfect example. Look at this chart. Here you see really this holding this first initial low, the next low here, then that initial big bounce it held that. So you know that this is a true trend line, or it makes sense that this is an accurate trend line. Now we recently had a break through that trend line. But even prior to this, during this recommendation here, you